Welcome to Jerking Around, a podcast that makes you feel better about yourself because we're a mess just like you.
And Crystal makes fun of me the whole time.
And it's great, and it's real. Welcome to Jerking Around. Speaking of a jerk, Teisha might be a little jerky today, like legitimate. I said that last week, though. I said that about you last week, and you acted so good.
Yeah, I feel like you just say it every week, but
well,
that's
I
fine.
try to make you laugh and know you're acting quiet. Let's figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I think I'm tired. I have a slight headache, you know?
Slight, maybe massive. I'm not going to say what I said in the car because that's naughty. No, but we're having a day where I was like, hey, after the podcast, you want to go like till brunch and get a drink, which I never, ever want to do that.
You never drink in the day. It's
crazy. Or like hardly.
That's what I mean. Even at dinner, you'll have like a half.
Yeah.
So for you to want to have a drink in the day.
You know when you feel like you're just tired of everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in that. I think it's just like you did all the things. Like it's been a really crazy last couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. Like not bad crazy, enjoyable crazy. Not like stress is keeping me up at night. Not that. Just like night, like my brain is tired. So I want to go.
You just want to kind of decompress.
I want to be like 20.
Yeah.
You know? And like put pantyhose on her head and stuff.
And I feel like this weather always makes me want to like day drink. When it's warming up. It's
really?
I saw this thing and it's like, it's margarita by the pool weather. I'm like, it's totally.
Yeah.
The spring makes me really want to like drink by the pool. And I'm not even a big drinker either, but like margaritas by the pool and laying out, like not a care in the world.
Yeah, I want not a care in the world. That's what I'm looking for.
I'm 20 laying out.
That's what I want.
I have way more stretch
I want
now.
that feeling. Yeah. Of like, nobody needs me and screw you all.
Yeah,
you know?
So,
I'm feeling that.
I think I would have agreed. I just have a headache. So maybe
I don't feel like I'm at no. I feel like I could still make something happen.
Today?
Yeah, I'm not giving up.
I was like, oh.
It wasn't like a hard no.
No.
Like if I asked for Chino, I think you'll say hard no.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a really bad headache, so I feel like
I'm not giving up. We're gonna get some Tylenol, and then we're gonna Tisha hates Tylenol.
I won't.
She hates Tylenol.
Yeah.
Now I'm sounding no Tylenol. They're like, why? I'm like, Tisha said.
You don't know why.
I don't even know why anymore. Tisha said no Tylenol. The kids are like, no Tylenol, and I'm like, Tisha said.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, I think it's just that exhaustion. You know, when you get, it's not even like that bad. It's nothing.
Yeah.
We used to do that in our 20s, but moving on.
So fun.
Remember the day you went to the hospital, jumped out of the car? We're not even telling that. I think we've told that story, actually.
Have we?
I feel like we have.
Yeah. What
I got broken up with, so then we all met at the bar and took shots, because that's an appropriate way to deal with a breakup.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you feel better.
And we had Jen with us, right?
Yeah.
What good friends we are,
you
know?
They met me at the bar, and I was crying.
It's where Arrowhead Grill is now.
I know.
It used to be something else.
It was some Mexican place.
Yeah. We were taking shots.
It was horrible.
Which is like, I don't even take shots.
And then your boyfriend picked you up and you were jumping out of the car?
Well, because I flashed, because I always flash when I have a few. It's like my MO, you know? And Ben doesn't really mind it, except sometimes he's like, hey, no flashing. Like if we're around like new people. And he's like if we're around my normal best friends that have seen it 100 times, he's like, he doesn't care. But then when it's like around new people, he's like, hey, like no flashing tonight, you know? And I'm like, you know, like you're so controlling. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I did have a controlling boyfriend.
Controlling. And it was the Bangs guy.
Yeah.
Bangs, and she tried to be Latino.
And in the parking lot, he like came to pick me up because I couldn't drive, and I flashed him, and he got so mad. So then he's like, get in the car. So I get in the car, and I'm like yelling, and then we like stop at a stoplight, and we're fighting. So I jump out of the car, and I'm running across the like main road, Bell Road. Or Union Hills.
That's a healthy relationship.
It was awful. And
then what? Keep going.
And then we went back to his house, and I fell asleep, and then I woke up hours later with the world's worst headache because I'd had so many shots. And then I was like, I have a brain tumor. And it was excruciating. Like, now that I'm looking, I'm like, duh, you were like hungover. It was like from alcohol.
So then what happened?
But like, why didn't he say that? And like,
I'm sure he did.
I don't know. He drove me to the hospital.
Well, you probably made him.
I was puking in the waiting room, and I was like, the pain. No, I was puking because of the alcohol. And it like smelled. He's like, it smells like tequila, and I was like, and then they like did my brain scan, and they're like, yeah, no tumor, but you need an IV. It was loser. It was so loser.
He was so mad at you.
Oh my god.
Big trouble. Yeah.
All because you went through a breakup.
All because I went through a breakup, but that's real friendship. If your friends aren't meeting you at the bar.
No, and going to the hospital for you, you know? I mean, it deserves some sort of award.
Yeah, breakups are hard. I also think though, after a breakup, I feel like you become a better version of yourself.
You're like in fight mode.
Yeah, like you get like, I'm new and refreshed.
Yeah, I'm working out. I'm eating good.
Yeah, and I'm like I would read me.
Oh yeah.
In high
read
school,
anyways, yeah.
Not like the books I was reading.
Yeah, not like self-help.
Yeah, I was like getting to better myself and read. I remember in high school, I had a boyfriend, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, and half of 11th grade, all one boyfriend. And when we broke up, it was so hard to go to sleep. That was my first dabble in Tylenol PM.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't go to sleep without talking to him at night. Like
because it was a habit. Yeah.
And like that's when you used to talk on the phone for hours. So I remember, which is pretty smart for that young age to be. I was like make myself not talk to anyone because I had like guy friends I was gonna talk to in place of. You know how you have the in place of.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I need to learn to go to sleep by myself.
Yeah.
And like so like 3 weeks were hard, and then it got better. And then I think I started dating someone. It's always like right when you get it figured out, somebody else comes in the way.
Yeah, probably because like you're confident and.
But in college, I kept trying to get it figured out, and I didn't.
Yeah.
And it was no one good.
Yeah.
No one good was a suitor.
No.
But like in high school, it was just there was another one.
Yeah, we were talking to someone about breakups recently, and I feel like she was doing so good. I'm like, are kids nowadays better than we were?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I was very weak. Like it was go back a million times, like idiot, you know.
She's doing amazing.
And
she's
nowadays,
a jerky
I'm like,
as well.
Yeah, I'm
you
like,
know who you are. You're handling it so good.
Yeah, and she's like strong. I'm
so
like
strong.
I'm like, I was not that strong in my 20s.
She did text me last night. That's funny you're saying that. She's like, it's getting hard.
It really?
Yeah.
Well, that makes me feel better because I was going, what? They like broke up. She's just not talking. I'm like, wait, what? I was like crying at the door, like, ah! You know, like against the window.
No, I would cry bawling. Please come over.
Yeah.
I'll do anything you want. Just come over.
Oh, shoot.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
But kind of. Like, I was so, like, a mess.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy is, like, nowadays with, like, my kids, when I was younger, I was a Christian, and it wasn't very cool. That sounds dumb. I'm not saying Christian's trending, but maybe.
Yeah.
It's like a very much more acceptable thing. Like everybody always talks about how bad this generation is. And I actually feel like the opposite. I think kids are way better than they used to be in certain aspects. Like I had my first kiss super young, like 7th grade. And now like my daughter and her friends, a lot of them haven't kissed anyone and they're almost done with their freshman year. Yeah. And I was like, everyone acts like they're so bad. I don't think they're that bad. Maybe it's my kids. I don't know. Not my kids, but like
the ones
who
are
we're around right now. Maybe they're being better, but you know, Hudson's in 7th grade. No one's, not many people are kissing.
Like they go to church. They're like
it's
wanting
like cool.
to do.
All their friends are at church. They like talk about God. They post about God. Right. Like I wasn't that. Yeah. I was strong in my faith, but not like this.
I was not.
And it's cool for Maddie, my oldest. She goes to church with all their friends. Like Sunday night is like hangout night. Right. So you might have a bad weekend, but Sunday night you're going to church. You're seeing everyone at church. They're going to McDonald's and Sonic and all the things. It's fun. Yeah.
I do think the generation seems like good. I mean, sure there's...
Yeah, and there's social media and this and that, but like, thank God there wasn't social media. My God. This one guy, I was like, I'm coming to Flagstaff to see you. And he wasn't answering the phone. So then Jen and I decided to still keep going. He wanted to see me. He didn't know he wanted to see me, but he wanted to see me. Yeah. So then I see him out at the bar, because there's like 3 bars in Flag. And like, I saw him there.
Did he ignore you?
He talked to me a little bit. I wouldn't say it's a lot, but I was like, oh, he's being shy, you know?
Like, he's scared. No one's scared.
Your friends bull crap you with this stuff.
And then
I'm like,
no one's scared. Yeah.
Yeah, they buy right in. I heard it happening this weekend. I was talking to a bunch of our girls came over and...
I feel like I've told people this recently, that they're just scared. And I'm like, maybe they're not scared. Wait a minute.
Like you fell into it again.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm believing the scared.
I've believed the scared recently. I've believed all kinds of things recently.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm like having an epiphany right now.
I can tell by your
camera. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, they're not scared.
Yeah, they're not.
If they wanted to, they would. I keep telling my daughters that.
Oh,
if they wanted to, they would. There's no
But what
excuse.
if it's a girl?
A girl scared?
Does a girl get scared?
No. A girl gets scared? Take me now. Are you kidding? What girl gets scared? They don't get scared. They're into it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're not scared. It's not the one.
I've been giving really wrong advice.
To who?
Do you want me to say it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no.
I'm having an epiphany.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Shoot.
I agree. That's why, yeah, my advice is lean the other way.
Yeah. I do think, I did say that finally. But yeah,
it's enough now. Yeah. Yeah. If they wanted to, they would, both sides.
Yeah.
Both
I feel
sides.
like I'm really genuinely
there's the
good
timing.
advice giver, but maybe I'm like, whoa.
No, I think you're right, and I think on that one we're right. But I remember there was a Sex and the City episode, which, if Sex and the City wasn't around, I wouldn't have made it through college.
Oh, like, it's so good.
It was so good. There's not a lot of shows with like advice for these kids.
There should
not
be
saying
one
that
now.
was the best advice.
Maybe we should start acting more in our podcast for these kids, you know, with
I feel like I'm trying to do that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I'm all... Next time at my computer, you know?
Maybe.
It made me stop
your
and think.
soulmate is just your... Yeah.
Right.
And I was like,
I couldn't help but wonder.
Yeah.
You know? You know, she always said that? Yeah, she did. I love it. I was like, I couldn't help but wonder too, Carrie. You know? I couldn't help but wonder why he's, you know, letting that girl give him a blowjob. And not me, and not talking to me. Yeah, I couldn't. I can't breathe. It's the same. Yeah. I couldn't help but wonder. It's like, you know.
I'm like back in it.
Yeah.
And I was believing everything she said.
We should have named our podcast I Couldn't Help But Wonder. Yeah.
Season 4.
Yes.
Might be Couldn't Help But Wonder. I'm crying, but like it helped me through so much. The one where Carrie, oh my gosh, in her hair. And I was like, I have curly hair like Carrie, you know?
Yeah, you did do that,
and
yeah.
I feel like I am Carrie. We all want to be Carrie. But when she went to the engagement party, Big and Natasha, plain Jane, they always go for the plain Jane.
Yeah.
You know? And then she's like, maybe I just need to wait for someone. And she goes up to the horse. At the end, it's like my favorite episode. And she's like, maybe I just need to wait.
Oh, like she's a wild horse?
Yes.
Yeah.
For someone that doesn't want to tame me, that's wild enough to run with me.
Yeah.
And I feel like Kyle's totally wild enough to run with me.
Yeah.
All my crazy, he's like, let's go. What are we doing?
Yeah.
You know, 50
I do
people
feel
over
like
all the time.
every guy I ever dated, I had to change myself, mostly to make them better, because I had to be like, make them more responsible or make them make better choices. And Ben's the first guy I met. I didn't have to change him at all.
Right.
And then I could be more myself because I didn't have to work so hard at making him better. Yeah. You know?
Totally.
I feel like that's a good thing. Like, you don't change.
I tell the young girls that because all of them are making excuses. Because I coach. I say this a lot.
Yeah.
And then Maddie has friends, so they were over this weekend. And Kyle and I were like, Carrie, I couldn't help but wonder. We were telling him a lot of advice.
Yeah.
And there's this. We've talked about this before. The talking stage. The talking stage drives me nuts because you're doing nothing. So like some girls have been talking for a year. If you're talking for a year, that's horrible.
It's just a way for the guy to get what he wants with no commitment.
Yeah.
And it's wrong.
Well, keeps you from liking anyone else.
Right.
Keeps you from dating
That's
anyone else.
what I'm saying. He's getting all the benefits.
But he doesn't always get the sex.
He's getting the
I
benefits.
don't think they do all the sex or talking.
But he's getting the benefits of having that person there.
Yep.
But there's no commitment level.
Exactly.
And that's, I feel like, the problem with the society and the online dating. It's like it's taken out the commitment of what relationships should have.
Yeah, totally.
They should have commitment.
Yeah.
Even if you're talking, like when you're dating someone, there is a commitment level.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, we can't have it be dating. We need to go a step less.
So that I can talk to other people
do
too.
whatever the heck I want.
What are you talking about anyways?
I'm going to make sure my boys are never doing that.
Yeah, the talking.
No, we're not talking.
Yeah.
Like for 5 minutes, you're going to talk.
Would you know if they're talking?
I
mean, if it's not like fully committed, would we even know if they're talking? If they didn't tell us, hey, I'm talking to Shirley?
Yeah, well, I would because we look at things.
Yeah.
But I feel like if one of my boys was talking to someone.
What if they're talking to like 3 people on Snapchat? How would you know?
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know, they've made the talking official. Is the talking official? I don't know. I think some boys are talking to about 12 girls right now, and the girls don't know it. Yeah, I feel like we
know that, yeah.
It's sad. But anyways, Carrie.
That's another thing, Snapchat. It's like, why do you need to have something where no one can see? It's weird.
I know. Well, we know why you had it.
Yeah, well, we know.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Side note, I watched a few documentaries on Sunday. I was real tired from the weekend, so Sunday I was in bed for like a few hours and I left my bed. It's a problem.
She lays in her bed. Did we talk about this?
I don't want to talk about it on the podcast.
No, I want to tell it because we're always telling horrible stories about me. Like, my husband sticks his hand down my shirt. Like, all the horrible things I do. Like, I have shovies. Like, no, it's so rude. Yeah, let's talk about you. Exactly. No, so
it's
funny.
so stupid.
Wait, time out. My friend's husband texted me because we were going to go on a hike and he had to skip the gym because we wanted to hike in the morning. And he said, tell her to do his shovies. Like, and she was like, wait a minute, does he watch the podcast like secretly?
She didn't know?
Well, she had told him about shovies, but we were laughing because it's like, guys do want a shovey.
Everybody wants a shovey.
You know, I don't, but they do.
Have you still been shoveing?
Yeah,
or did you switch
all
it
the
up?
time. No.
Oh, no, you're still shoving.
Yeah. Shovaroo, you know? Like, chim chim tree, like shovaroo.
I don't know if Melissa knows what the shovey is.
I don't know.
The first edit of the shovey was the funniest thing ever.
We should release that at some point. But wait, so wait.
Shovies is in the, shoving it in there.
No, it's guides. We decided it should be called guides, but I feel like shovies is
Horrible.
more.
I can't believe we're back to shovies.
I know. So anyways, we're not
With the IES.
we're not making that a clip. So wait, we
So
didn't
I
tell.
like to lay in my bed during the day.
It's so weird.
If I have a 15-minute window of a break between things, I go in my bed.
She doesn't sit on the couch. Like, you
Right.
know when you go home?
Thank you.
You lay in your bed?
Yes.
That's like, I only lay in my bed if I'm sick or I'm going to bed.
Yes. Yes, thank you. Because if
In the middle of the day.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
do you
Thank
shower?
Melissa.
Do you change out of your regular clothes?
No,
She wears
not
her
everyone's
regular clothes.
whacked about their bed and the germs and all. You didn't wash your hands for years or brush your teeth, and now you're Miss Germ.
I like a clean, I don't like dirty things in my bed. I like it very clean. I like my pillow clean, out of the shower, you know?
Yeah, it's not that deep at my house. It's like it's
But
not a big
it's
deal.
so funny because Kyle gets so mad about
Oh,
it.
he's so mad when I'm in the bed. But what happens is if I go sit on the couch, I look around at all the things I need to do. Okay, I could do dishes, I could do laundry. Whereas when you sit on the couch, you don't worry about those things.
I don't.
So so that's why Kyle doesn't worry about those things.
Yeah.
They're getting done.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like
In your bed is a break.
when the kids know if I'm in my break, so I'll have a break before cheer practice, I'm in my bed. That means this is a downtime for me. Don't ask me for something. I'm in my bed.
Yeah.
But then last night, I had this thing or the other night, I was like, I'm so sick of the kids going to their room. And I'm like, well, it's because I do.
Yeah.
So I got to get out of there, you know? So
do they do the same thing?
they go in their room.
Yeah.
In their bed.
Yeah.
Everybody goes to their bed.
The bed is so, I can't even imagine being in my bed in the middle of the day if I wasn't sick. Like, I truly cannot.
Yeah.
It's
Kyle
crazy.
too. He doesn't go in the bed.
And it's like, it's bright in there.
Well, no, it's not.
Yeah, but like in my bed.
Cool.
I just
Well, you
can't
can just
picture
close
it.
the
It's just
blinds.
not like, it's not relaxing. And like, when I'm laying down, I'm not that comfortable. It's like,
See, I like don't feel rested unless I lay down. Like if I'm sitting, it's like my feet still hurt.
really?
But my feet hang a lot, like this.
yeah.
So like the blood's rushing down to my feet. So like the feet up. I gotta
more
get my feet
comfortable.
up.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And like it's weird since bed rest and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't be sitting.
Yeah.
So I honestly think that's where it started. I was on bed rest twice. Like I had to
Yeah.
lay down all the time.
Yeah.
So like I'm not like right now. I can't wait to get my feet
Yeah.
like level so that the blood's not rushing.
So
through them.
interesting.
So
never
I
go in the
learned
bed.
when I get my coffee in the morning, sometimes I take it to the bed.
Stop. How do you even set it or drink it? I set mine right here.
I put pillows and I sit up.
How do you?
And I'm in my bed drinking the coffee.
That's Ben.
I didn't want to tell you. I was like, I'm not even telling her. I'm drinking my coffee in the bed.
I think I've brought like food into the bed one time and Ben almost like lost his mind. He's like, what are you doing in the bed with the food? And it wasn't like it was chips, you know? It
Yeah.
was like, I think it was like a bar.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm having the bar in the bed. It was like at night and I was still hungry.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get over it. He was
Yeah.
like, what is going on? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
have my coffee in my bed. Thank you, Melissa.
I wonder how many people go in the bed. I never ever go
I know.
in the
I
bed.
am curious because.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's like our personality because I feel like we have similar personalities where
Yeah.
we're on, go, go, go. I gotta like tap out. That's like my tap out.
Yeah.
And like Sunday, that means I'm really tired. If I'm in
Yeah.
the bed during the day with the blinds closed,
Yeah.
that means I'm not doing anything for you guys.
Yeah. No, everyone's like, are you sick if I'm in the bed? Yeah.
Really?
And I am sick. Yeah. Can't believe it. I can't imagine. I don't think I'm that relaxed in my bed though. It's not that
Really?
like at night when we're watching our show, but like during the day, it's just not comfortable. I'd have to put pajamas on. It would be like a whole transition, you know?
Yeah, it's not that deep at my house.
Yeah.
A friend of mine taught me it's not that deep.
But like,
I can't get over it.
I feel like the friend uses it in the correct context. I feel like you just use it anytime.
It
like,
is not that deep.
I'm all, oh, the light's green. She's all, it's not that deep. Like
right now, I just use it right. Like the bed. It's not that analytical at my house.
Yeah.
We don't have to put pajamas on before we go in the bed.
Yeah.
And I'm still a clean person. You just have these weird rules at your house.
Yeah, I don't like the regular clothes in the bed.
Yeah, that's
I feel like Ben made that happen.
I 100% think so.
Because I used to have.
You were never like that when we.
I was not like that.
You would go in the bed when we lived together.
Yeah, I would.
Totally.
Yeah.
So
Ben made me. He's like too clean.
Yes, it's like they're weird. They're made up.
It's like,
you're sitting on the cover.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm rubbing my face against where I was sitting during the day.
Yeah.
I don't go in the bed.
Oh, like he sometimes won't even go under the covers if he like has a headache and he's maybe not like showered.
Yeah, I'm on top of my covers. I'm not in the bed. I'm not in my sheets.
On top of the bed.
I'm top of the bed with like a throw blanket.
Interesting.
I'm not in my covers.
Ben does that sometimes
unless
when he has a
I
headache.
am like clean. I get that part.
Yeah.
But to lay on the bed, I'm not rubbing my face on where I laid.
Yeah.
Like it's in the bed is one thing.
Yeah.
But I'm on my bed with a blanket.
Yeah.
I'm not in the covers unless I'm changed in pajamas. That's true.
Yeah.
But like it's not that deep. Like I'm
Yeah.
not analyzing if there's a germ on my bed, like on my top of my bed.
Yeah.
That was the perfect way to use it. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
So one day I was setting up for Sadie Hawkins and Teisha had helped me do like the table and we wanted a white plate with a black napkin.
Right.
And I was so bugged that it was a white napkin and a fork. And
All white.
All white. And I was like, this is so annoying. And my cousin was over and she was helping me set up and she's like, Crystal, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
And I like couldn't get over it. I was like, you're so right. Like
Yeah, the
it
kids
really
don't
isn't
care.
that deep. Like no one cares.
Yeah.
So I'm using it all the time. Like the
Yeah.
other day she was like, I didn't mean to email you. I'm like, oh no, it's not that deep. I didn't think twice about it.
Yeah.
Like it just is the perfect phrase.
Yeah.
I can't get over it. It's really, sometimes it is that deep. Like something
I
is
feel
more
like-
analyzed.
yeah.
But this, it's not that
And
deep.
I do feel like you're an analyzer.
I am.
So
It takes it
good,
away.
It's a good thing for you. I feel like most things to me aren't that deep. Like I'm not over analyzing. So
I analyze everything.
Yeah.
So when someone tells me it's not that deep, I'm like, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
And Let Them. Kyle, we started reading Let Them.
Yeah.
If you buy a book, you can share it with your family for free.
Oh, I didn't
Did
know
you know
that.
that?
Yeah.
So like all the books
I'm
I
not
buy on
sharing
Audible,
the books I buy.
Ben will be like, freak.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like a lot of my other books. He loves this one.
Yeah.
So Kyle
Maybe
keeps
I would
saying,
like it
Let Them.
then.
Have you read it yet? It's so good. I just am starting it. You're kind of a Let Them in life.
I feel like I am.
It's kind of like awkward. Like the girl's bleeding out. Let them.
Yeah, because
You
you're
know?
always like,
I'm concerned.
yeah, you're always like, should I insert
Step in.
myself? Yes.
I
And
wanna
I'm like,
insert a lot.
And I'm like, no, let them. I am a let
Yeah.
them. I would say with my kids, I'm not a let them, but the rest of the world, I'm a let them.
And I'm like kind of the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
I am
That's
a let them
funny.
with my kids, but with the world, I'm
Yes.
not. I'm very let them with my kids.
Yeah,
Yeah, weird.
that is funny.
Huh. I need to be more let them with Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle is so funny when he listens. I got ripped on the podcast again.
He's so funny. He's
I'm
all,
not ripping you. But
No.
we talked about being a girlfriend last week.
Did he like that one?
He hasn't listened. He's
Okay.
not. He just listened to Trisha's and
Okay,
loved
so
it.
he's like a week behind.
Loved it. I've gotten a few more people reach out to me about Trisha's this week. They
Yeah.
got caught up. And he loved that one. But I was more of a girlfriend, but I'm learning that I don't let him as much. Like I let everyone, but I want to like control him.
Yeah.
I'm the controlling one.
Ben is not a let them. He's
Yeah.
a, and I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah. Kyle's controlling though too. So it's like, that's probably our problem.
maybe
We're both like controlling.
too much.
Yeah. Because he's like, remember the Easter basket?
Yeah.
You need to order the kids something. It needs to be within this budget and this thing. And I was like, then just order it yourself. Don't
Yeah.
tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I don't like being told what to
The
do.
kids is the only thing I'm not a let them. If it pertains to the kids, I'm like, Ben, but anything else, I'm very I'm like, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I know. I wonder why. Okay. So Teisha got me into, speaking of date nights, got me into Tulsa King. Have you seen it yet?
It's so good.
It is so good. I feel like it's such an underrated show.
I know.
Because
I
like the
never
word
even
Tulsa,
heard-
it's like, titles are so important though.
Titles are
We
important.
just talked about this because we just all of a sudden are caring about
The
our
titles of
podcast
the
titles.
podcast.
So we're like, titles are so important. Like I skimmed through podcasts to pick a title, and the title of Tulsa King didn't. I was like, I don't care about Tulsa.
No, and I
if it was like
honestly-
New York City King, I'd be like, ooh.
Yes. Or like Mobster King. Oh, yeah.
Or like Big Daddy. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
you're all big. Wait. Remember when we were naming the podcast and we had that one raunchy name? I can't. Never
What
mind.
Raunchy?
Oh, nothing.
We almost called it dirty. What was it? I'm so full I can't breathe.
Yeah.
That was almost
because that's like a saying we use. I still like that. If we ever write a book, we're naming it that.
Yeah, because you know when you eat too much, you are so full you can't breathe.
Yeah, and that's a good.
What was our reason beside that?
That we didn't do it?
Yeah, I don't know. That's this horrible name.
We just wanted something that was like us.
Yeah, one more
But
drink or
anyways.
something, drinking around.
Yeah,
and we don't even
pour
drink.
me a drink.
Yeah,
we
it was
don't
kinda
drink,
nice.
so we were like, that's
It's
weird.
dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all pour me a sparkling water, you know?
Do you have the sparkling water?
Yeah, Crystal always makes fun of me because she says, they go, well, because sometimes when I say sparkling water, they like give me a club soda from the gun. I don't want a club soda from the gun. I want a Pellegrino or a Topo
But why don't
Chico.
you say that then?
Well, I do. So she makes fun of me because I go, do you have a sparkling water like a Pellegrino?
Do you have there's a long pause. Sparkling water,
Don't
like
make me
a
laugh.
Pellegrino. It's like 12 phrases of
Well, because sometimes they have a Perrier or a Topo Chico.
You're fine with all of those though.
Yes.
Do you have a bottled sparkling water?
Oh, that's what I can say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be
Bottled
so
sparkling water. Yeah, because that's where I struggle.
Yeah.
I don't want the
Because I
gun.
don't mind the soda water.
Oh, I hate the soda water.
Yeah, I don't
and they're
mind
like,
it.
yeah, I'll bring, and then they bring it out, and I always know because it's like,
Yeah.
no, I don't
want
want
mind that at all.
Yeah.
So I don't mind any sparkling water. That's
Yeah.
what I say.
You're like, if they get it out of the toilet and they add the infused water.
As long as they lay in their bed dirty, we're fine.
It's fine. No,
I don't mind that.
I want a bottled sparkling water.
That's what you need to say.
That's
Do you
what I'm
have
gonna say.
bottled sparkling water?
I feel like I'm
we don't
having-
need this long.
I don't do this.
Yeah,
too.
you do. I can't. We're going to lunch. We're getting to sparkling water.
Well, now I have a complex
Perrier.
about it. Now I'm a, do you have a Pellegrino sparkling water? Because she's made me so insecure about it.
Well, I don't know. You know what you want. Just say
Yeah.
a Perrier or a
Yeah.
Topo Chico. It's not like that.
Yeah. I'm having so
It's
many
not like a
epiphanies
Rumble
today.
Mints
Yeah.
That's like so hard to think of.
Yeah, no, now I feel like I'm so, well, I doubt the competency of the server to know what a Pellegrino is. Or
So then
what
just tell them.
Yes. So now I'm going to say, do you have a bottled sparkling water? Pellegrino, Topo Chico,
You
whatever.
don't need to list them.
Oh.
Just, I mean,
I'm getting crazy.
let them. You don't let them.
I'm not letting them when it affects me. I'm not letting them do the gun.
That's the thing. Do you have they say it
like-
always is like a 12 before sparkling water. Like sparkling water is the
You've made
weirdest
me-
thing.
You've made me insecure. No. Do you have a bottled sparkling water? That's what I'm going to ask for now.
Do you and doesn't need
Do you guys have bottled sparkling water? That's
Yeah,
better.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not give examples.
No, they don't need examples.
But sometimes I doubt that the server knows that it's at the bar. You know, like I have a problem. I always
You
doubt.
never believe anyone.
I doubt people so much. I'm
It's
like,
sad.
they're liars. They're wrong.
She thinks everybody's liars, but she's usually
or
right.
I think
My mom's like that.
They think they're lazy and they don't want to check. Like if I ask someone
What
at a
does
store,
the long pause do for them?
but if I ask someone at a store, hey, do you have this in the back? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, it says online you have 3. It's like, go back there and check. I doubt their like competency. It's like a problem.
Do you doubt my competency?
I don't feel like I doubt your competency for like work.
Work's the only area you don't doubt. If
No, I
was
don't
like,
doubt it for coaching.
No, if I was like, hey, I just booked for Hawaii, I booked the Hyatt, you'd be like,
I'd
no, you
probably
didn't.
be
Send me
like,
the reservation.
yeah.
Where did you book? You probably booked in Tulsa.
I'd probably double check it. Yeah.
Back to Tulsa King, though.
Oh yeah, let's talk about
It's so good. Most you got to watch it. It's so good. It's
First-
like the best show I've watched in a long time.
It's so good.
Can't wait to watch it. I'm laughing.
I'm laughing.
I'm scared.
I'm like emotions. It like has
He's my
emotions.
dad.
He's
like,
first of all,
he's very good looking.
so good looking.
I get why the lady's sleeping with him when she
I
shouldn't
know.
be.
When
and
she's
it's probably
like, how old are you?
Because he's Italian.
Yeah.
They're
how-
massive.
When she's like, how old are you? And he was like 75. I was like, that's
Have you seen his
crazy.
wife in real life?
No.
Oh, his reality show, Sylvester Stallone, is
Yeah.
adorable. Old school
Is it?
Kardashians. The purest, innocentness, adorable
that's
family.
cute.
He's the boss. He makes his kids box, and she's like, he made him box. She lets him.
Yeah.
She lets him.
Yeah.
Let them. She lets him. He's the boss. He travels. She's adorable. Literally
Really?
adorable. Sweet as pie. Tiny, you would love her.
He's really good looking for like an
She's
older.
really good looking. The kids are good looking.
Yes.
They're tough. They're hard on the kids.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not raising some.
Yeah, I like the way he talks, even
Yeah.
though it's kind of like,
What is he saying?
did you have a stroke? But it's good still. Like, I don't
when
care.
he walks with his suit, he reminds me of my dad so much.
And I think he's really short in real life, but he has like a strut, and the way they film it, he doesn't look short. But he's so.
Oh, he's so.
Yeah, he's so. And I usually like the younger, you know. And I'm like, hey, maybe I'd go up to 75. I don't know.
You're married.
No, I'm saying if something happened to Ben.
Why do you think about that all the time? I've never thought about being with anyone but Kyle.
No, I'm not thinking about it, like, you know, like really thinking about it. Just
somewhat thinking about it.
No, just like
she didn't want to have her tubes tied in case Ben died, so she could have another family. That's thinking about it.
No.
Yes.
All I said was,
yes.
You hear those freak stories where like everybody.
No, so you were deciding to not have a procedure because.
So I'm supposed to be alive with all my family gone, and I can't have any more family. Like
it doesn't
horrible.
replace them.
No, but now I've moved on from that. I got them tied, and it's
Thank
fine.
you. Thank you.
No, but in the show, what I love is like the entrepreneur in me is like it's like he is a little
He's
illegal.
killing people and it's mafia and drugs, but it's fine. He's an entrepreneur.
And threatening. He's all, you're going to give me 25% for no reason. And they're like, okay. I'm like, I'm like, should I get 25%?
Tyler, get in here. You're going to give me 25% from now on. He'd be like, get the hell out of here. Yeah, but I'm giving him 25%.
Oh, it's so good.
Everybody's giving him 25%.
And he like creates something out of nothing. It's so intriguing.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, it's so good. He like becomes the king of Tulsa. Like,
yeah, see, I'm stressing he's not going to make it as the king of Tulsa right now.
What episode are you on?
Oh my God, he just killed that guy, put his face on the thing for doing something to his daughter.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
He reminds me of my dad so much. That's like my family too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, I love it. I love all the mob.
Yeah.
They're like, we have a sit down. I'm like, I'm going to tell my kids, we're having a sit down, you know? Like, it's like where the mobsters meet and no one can kill anybody and they have a sit down and talk. And now I'm going to be like.
I haven't seen the sit down yet.
Oh, my family, when we're arguing, I'm like, we're having a sit down.
You already do that.
Yeah.
After church like 2 weeks ago, you're like, we're having a meeting about being grateful.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's great.
I did.
I love that you're like that. My mom used to do that.
Yeah, I do
We
all
have
those
family
weird
meetings.
things. Yeah.
Did you have family meetings growing up?
No, never.
Really?
No, that's why we have them now. And then they know, oh, mom's going to go on a tangent, you know? I'm like,
what does Ben do while you're doing it?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you know? Because I do like 90% of the talking. And then sometimes when he's talking, I'm all, like, he's like, it's like, you know when someone is like trying to piggyback.
And they go in the wrong way.
It's the wrong. He's all, and you know, when I was younger, and I'm like, this is nothing to do with what we're talking about. I'm talking about no one's feeding the dogs, no one's picking up the dog food. And then he's all, when I was younger and I played baseball, and I'm all, what? It's like, so I'm all, you know?
Does he stop?
Well, so I'm all, and I'm all, well, anyways. And then I like cut him off, and he's like, yeah, you know? It's so funny. It's bad. No, he doesn't. Sometimes he's just like, yeah. He's all, you know, your mom and I, we wish we had parents that did, you know, like
That's cute.
It's like, what are you talking
I feel
about?
like Kyle's more you too. I'd probably go on the tangent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle does good with the talk. He's really good, like, if there's something going on and he's going to have a talk, he's really good at it.
Yeah.
I might go on and on.
Yeah.
Way too long.
Sometimes I have to catch it before I'm freaking out. Because that's when it's like, scary tangent.
Another documentary. We haven't talked about this stuff in a while, but I haven't gotten to get all my opinions out. The OJ documentary is mind-blowing.
Oh, yeah, like he did it.
It's so bad. Yeah. I was young, so I remember the glove and like, I remember the high-speed chase. Everybody remembers where they were.
The glove when he's all, it doesn't fit. And
is that what he did?
Yeah.
Oh, you should hear how it all went down. It was clear as day.
Must have quit. Remember? The glove doesn't fit, must have quit, you know?
No, what's that?
Yeah, that was like the saying, because it didn't fit, so you got to set him free. They found the glove
not quit.
A quit.
Oh.
Yes, so they were like, because the glove didn't fit him, but it did. And then, yeah.
Oh,
it's
so
like
you
me
remember
when
more.
I'm like trying to put my pants on, you know, after like a bad weekend.
That was really good, but there was another, there was the influencer on Netflix about a momager with these kids on YouTube. Another one.
Another one?
Another one, and it's bad. It's so bad. There was like the squad. I've never seen these kids, but I'm sure my kids know who they are.
Yeah.
So she tried to get her like daughter to be famous. She was famous like on Singingly. Remember that app? Musically.
Yeah, it started there. TikTok.
Yeah. So it started there. She was famous. She was like a dancer, a pageant girl. Then the mom started like managing the squad. And she would find that like when there was more kids, you got more like views and then you'd share each other just like they do.
Yeah.
So then she would make them like kiss and like have fake relationships. And then in the night she would crawl in their room. Like it got dark. It was crazy.
What?
Yeah. It's called Social Influence or something.
Really?
But it's crazy, like, how the filming was, like, 7 to midnight. Like, they would film all day long. And, like, we talked about this last week because I was just listening this morning about my Brooke Ray bird or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm, like, picture the tripod. I'm like, it changes the whole thing.
Yeah.
I fall right into it where you're watching these kids and I'm like, oh, it's so real. It's not real.
No. And I feel like there should be some sort of, like, laws that protect children.
That's what they're suing the mom and they're like, this is like the wild, wild west. There's no laws on this because it's like a newer thing.
Yeah, like
they didn't have breaks. They didn't have like lunch. You know, they're like at a normal job, you have like rules in place and these kids didn't have rules in place.
And they're being forced to work because it's like their parents when really
they're
like
providing for their whole parents' paycheck.
It's crazy.
Like they're paying the bills.
Yeah.
So then she got kicked off of YouTube because of the lawsuit, which is good that YouTube, once you have like negative publicity, you can't make money anymore. So then they put her on this other site called My Brand I've never heard of it, but it's like, it's really scary. It's like, what's that one we always joke about? OnlyFans?
Yeah.
It's for 18 and under. It's like My Brand or My Story. So the name sounds okay, but it's all like for younger girls doing like, I'm so thirsty, you know, like, but it's not like, you know, it's not like inappropriate, but it's inappropriate.
Oh my God.
And it's all like pedophiles on there and they make a lot of money.
That should be illegal. I'm like, are you trying out though? Like, are you on it?
And it's not illegal.
No, they should make that illegal.
And it's not illegal. So the mom couldn't pay the bills because they got kicked off. So they got desperate and they're on this.
Yeah.
But it's not like they're doing OnlyFans things, but that's what those predators like is the girls being girls. Do you get what I mean? Like they're wearing a little bit more. Yeah. And then there was this guy that would send them stuff and he was called like Poppy. I forget the name. Yeah. And they'd be like, Poppy's on the phone. And the girl would have to like, talk to him and he would send them like things. It was bad.
That's crazy.
It was bad. It was so bad. Yeah. Crazy documentary. And then a Twister documentary.
I'm like, really all ends of the spectrum this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was about like a tornado years ago. Yeah. It was crazy.
Tornadoes really freak me out because they come so quickly. I know you say that about Kyle, but I'm just kidding.
It was just like an awkward pause. It was
awkward. I felt wrong after I said it. No, they form so quickly. And they...
I can't get it out of my head now.
They show up out of nowhere. And so there's not a lot of time to like prepare and get safe. So I could never live in a place with tornadoes and they're so powerful.
Yeah. These people were pulled up in the thing.
No, yeah.
And they survived. It was crazy. This one kid, when they found him, his heart was exposed. So much had taken off his chest. And then there was like a fungus from all the ground being pulled up.
Like valley fever.
He had like a flesh-eating virus that they had to cut him up. And like now he has 4 kids. I love seeing like weird things happen and then you see the success of it inside out. Like it was crazy.
Oh my gosh, I read the craziest story. It just reminded me of that because I was thinking, oh, God, like saved him. This craziest story was this guy. I want to find it. He survived a plane crash when he was younger with his like tennis team. He was on like a travel tennis. Yeah. And before the plane, he was going to like a tournament. And before the plane happened, he told his mom he had a dream that the plane was going to crash. Oh gosh. And he told his mom.
I had that dream, remember, over the ocean?
Ew, don't say that.
Yeah.
Ew. And so
I've been telling you about it.
And so the mom goes, oh, it's just a dream. It's no big deal. So he gets on the flight and he's on the flight and he's a kid and they're in the air and he goes to the bathroom to go use the restroom and God tells him the plane's going to crash. Don't buckle your seatbelt. And he like, it's crazy because you know like stories in the Bible, it's all God said. And like now when I hear things come in my head, sometimes I'm like, is that me? Is that God? Like, how do you know? But I think maybe if you know, you know. So maybe it just hasn't happened to me. So God literally said, don't put your seatbelt on. So he walks back and he sits down and the plane crashed and because he didn't have a seatbelt on, he didn't buckle his seatbelt. He was like the only survivor. He was ejected from the plane and landed like miles away in like a field. And he lived. And it's crazy. You
would have been buckling your thing so tight too.
I don't know. If God fully said that to me though, I would listen.
But what do you think when you're squeezing your seatbelt so tight on the plane.
Oh, I squeeze it so tight. Like,
But I'm being honest. If the plane goes down, that seatbelt's not going to help you.
no, it just makes me feel more secure. You know?
No, I feel like God's told me things all the time randomly like that. Like even dumb things like call Shirley right now. And I'm like, why should I call Shirley? Call her. She's crying. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
That was real. And what if I didn't listen?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have that all the time. I used to have that a lot at night. Call your dad. I even had that the night before my dad died. And I like had a feeling of like, I've talked about it where I saw mom and dad calling on the thing. And I was like, tomorrow I'm going to spend the whole day with them. I just had a weird feeling.
Yeah.
And I knew I needed to go on that trip. I knew I needed to go early. Remember Kyle was mad? I just knew.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I have that a lot. I wonder the times we did listen or didn't listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't feel like I have that a lot.
Really?
No.
That's because you think you're God.
Know everything.
Yeah.
Well, I hear it myself. No.
You don't ever hear that?
I mean, I've had things happen where I'm like, oh, I should do that, but not like, don't buckle your seatbelt.
See, I've had that moments like that, totally.
No, never.
Like, don't go in that car, I have a bad feeling. Or like,
but
don't.
see, I have those bad feelings a lot. So if I listened every time I had that bad feeling, it'd be every time I fly.
Oh, when we get on a plane, I'm like, if you had a good feeling, I'd be getting off this thing.
That's what I mean. So
no, but like specifics, like don't do this. Or like, don't, I've had many of those things. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Maybe maybe the line's clogged, you know?
Where did you read that story? Is it a movie or like a...
No, it was on like People or something. I'm going to find it. I'll
yeah,
post
that's
it.
interesting.
It was so crazy. I shared it with my kids because I was like, you got to listen to God. When you get that feeling...
Did you have a family meeting about it?
No, but I should.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something I would have a family meeting about. And I did tell, I think I told Bear the story, and I'm pretty sure I told them all. But I know for sure I told Bear because I remember he was so into it, and he was like, then what happened, you know?
Oh, Bear.
Yeah.
Remember? Oh, God! On the plane, he
know.
flies just like Teisha.
I love Bear because he's just like the one I can tell things to, and he really like listens, and my other kids are like, yeah, mom's doing this again, you know?
Yeah.
But he really is into it. He like asks questions. He like really pays attention. And I was like, that gut feeling is God.
Yeah, for
if
real.
you get that, you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to link it for the jerkies if they want to read it.
Yeah, that's
find
really
it.
good.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sure I got some of the details messed up, but I know the seatbelt was...
Oh, I feel like it's pretty real. That's crazy. Yeah, I do have those moments, but I do learn... The more time I don't spend in quiet with God, the harder it is for me to hear him. Mm-hmm. That's like my big thing with like walking. Like I'm trying to like work out a little harder since the NCA, and maybe God's trying to tell you something. So I'm trying to ride bike and get my heart rate up a little higher, but I really enjoy walking because I like, it's quiet time where nothing's distracting me.
Yeah.
And I can like hear and pray and like get in line with him. And I think sometimes the devil keeps us so busy where we don't have time to ever hear him.
Yeah.
Or like we think we know more than what he's leading. Like sometimes you have to, we talked about this recently about some decisions you're trying to make. Sometimes it's hard to just sit in a pause and wait for God to like tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Or like wait for the door to unfold. Mm-hmm. But then just like that coach story, we've told this before of like, you're like, and I feel like this might be happening right now, but we're not seeing it yet. When you were like, when we were young, Teisha called me and she was frustrated about like what to do with her life. She's like, I'm just frustrated what to do. I'm praying, I'm going to church, nothing's happening.
Yeah.
And 5 minutes before she told me how her dad said, her dad's friend called her to work at Coach. And I was like, wait, 5 minutes ago, you just said that someone called you from Coach to work for you because your dad set it up. She's like, I'm not selling purses.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you're asking God to do it and he's showing up and you're missing it because you think you're God.
And then because you talked to me, I ended up working there.
And it was a
like,
great thing.
I was a manager for like 5 years. It was a totally like great experience.
And I feel like in the other thing, you keep running into certain people
Yeah.
and you're like, I don't know what God wants us to do. I'm like, really? I feel like it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
But
That's
you're like
true.
not seeing it.
It's like that thing where it's like God sent a sign.
The boot.
Not that sign, you know, the next
Have
sign.
you heard that boat one?
Yeah. And he's like, God, why are you forsake me? And he's like, I sent you 10 boats, you know? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that happens
Yeah.
with you sometimes.
Yeah.
But like, it's sometimes
But
we're not
see,
seeing
for
it.
me, I'm not the best with the, like praying is like so abstract and hard for me. If I have something very specific, I can, but just to go and pray about 50 things is very like, it's hard for me. So I do feel like when I'm reading the Bible, I do feel like I am very connected to God. Obviously, it's his word. So, you know, but I do feel like because I try to read it, you know, at least a little bit, you know, at least a few times a week. And I do feel like when I'm reading, I get those moments and something will come out to me, and I'll be like, oh,
during
yeah.
none.
Yes.
It like correlates it.
Yes. And I'm like, oh,
where you're
yeah.
feeling like you're hearing from him.
From him. And I know because it's the word, it's true. Because sometimes it's hard. I mix up.
Well, you think everyone's lying.
Yeah. Is it me? Is it my, and I don't trust myself. Because
Yeah.
like I think every plane's crashing. Clearly it hasn't crashed yet. So it's hard to know. I know what is from me, what's made up, you know?
Totally. I think that's from your childhood of like always depending on only you.
Yeah.
Where it's hard for you to depend on something you can't even see. Mm-hmm. You know?
Totally.
Yeah, it's deep. It's getting deep.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep, but this is getting that deep.
Yeah.
Have you watched The Kardashians? I haven't watched it, but I ran out of things. So I was watching it and like, they were talking about counseling. I guess Khloe's going now and Kim started to go finally. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I can already tell they're better because of it. And I'm like, when you've been through all those things, why weren't you going to like, but I think Kim thought she knew everything.
Yeah.
But like she was working herself into a dizzy to fill a void.
Yeah.
And now she's like being more normal. And I'm like, that's so cool that you finally are figuring it out.
Yeah.
And Khloe too. Like you've had a lot of bad things happen to you.
Totally.
Like with men. Yeah. So
Yeah.
she's like finding out why she's the way she is. And it's like so intriguing. Whereas like Courtney's super healthy right now with like her relationships and happiness. Like she's like literally, I'm like, she really likes Travis. Like I've never seen something.
It's a lot of making out. Hard.
It's different for me. I don't.
Because I feel like Ben and I are affectionate, but we're not shoving each other's tongues out each other's
You're not a kisser
throats.
though.
No.
See, I am a kisser. She doesn't kiss. She does the. Yeah.
Dodge it. Yeah.
Yeah, like a peck. You don't like suck his lip.
Wait, what? No.
Never?
Oh yeah, one time he got back from a trip and I'm sitting at the sidelines of Fox's football game and he was gone for like 3 or 4 days in a work trip. And so he's running up to coach and he's like, "Hi, honey." And he bends down to give me a kiss. And I'm like literally in front of the whole football team. And I went like this, like for him to give me a kiss on the cheek. And he was so offended. And like we had to have a whole talk about it. He's like, "Don't ever not kiss me." I'm like, "What do you want me to, like, you know, like." It was just the weirdest thing. Like, I don't want to kiss you in front of all these people. It was just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a big, like, public.
Yeah, so I was like that, and he got so, like, I was like, it's just not that deep, you know?
See?
Yeah, because
it wasn't that deep.
He thought it wasn't. I just
it was like it was a quick minute
like,
decision.
Hey, honey, get over there and coach. Why are you kissing me? You know? That's what I was thinking.
But you don't tongue kiss ever.
Sometimes, if we're in a mood.
You don't.
Not on the regular.
No. See, yeah. But I still don't make out in front of kids.
No, in front of the kids is weird. Like, Ben will grab my butt.
And she'll be like straddling him.
Yeah, no,
I just feel like it's very like
and it's long.
picturesque.
It's a long kiss. It's like, it's not a quick, yeah, it's a lot.
But she really is so happy with him.
I'm happy for her.
Khloe met up with Lamar.
I saw that.
And it was sad seeing them before. And it was sad. She said they had a lot. Did you watch the episodes?
Yeah.
Where he was like the source for the whole family.
Yeah.
It's sad. I don't get the Chris and Corey thing, do you? I mean, unless it's just
I don't know.
It's weird.
But I did feel sad for Lamar. I could honestly feel that feeling she felt.
Me too. It's just
I've
too
had
far
that
gone.
feeling. Too far gone.
Yeah.
And they are not too far gone.
Oh,
I've
it's
had
sad.
that
I was
feeling.
like, get back with him.
I know, but I could feel
she
exactly
was like,
how she
done.
felt. Where you're almost like pity them.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I've had that. Like, it's crazy.
Totally. I agree.
So, it was so relatable.
It was relatable.
Yeah.
It was. It
She
was
seems
crazy.
like a really good person.
Khloe?
Yeah. I feel like of all of them, she seems like the nicest.
I didn't mean to judge, but did you watch her record her podcast?
No.
Not that we're the podcast queens, but I was like, gotta relax.
Oh, she's like nervous?
Oh, so nervous. And I'm like, just talk. I mean, not like we've made it, but like, I just think it's relatable, hopefully, that we don't have it all planned. And it's not like so scripted. Mm-hmm. That's what we hope. I don't know. But speaking of, Teisha, we're not quitting still, but a lot of you have sent nice messages to us. It really helps. The bear story last week was really funny. I mean, I thought it was funny when it was happening, but I've listened to it twice already because it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But thank you for that. And thank you for those of you that have shared recently. A lot you have done that. That's really nice.
Yeah.
And
or leave reviews, any of that. We
on
really
Apple.
are grateful.
Yeah, finally.
No,
she's grateful.
I don't really listen to the podcast ever, and I listened to last week's because I was like just listening and making some changes, and I was dying laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so funny. But like, not me, but like, I'm like, the podcast is so funny. I called Crystal like, hey, I found this new great podcast. And it's ours. She's like, I told you it's good. I'm like, it's so good. It has like funny humor. It has like the hard moments, and it has like advice, and then it has like just dumb stuff. I don't know. It's like all encompassing. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, it's such a good podcast. It's like, you know.
I've said that before, and you're like, it's relatable because it's you.
Yeah, I did say that.
But are we gonna go to brunch?
Oh my God, we're doing this again.
I think you've perked up.
I don't think I can have alcohol. I have a bad headache. I need some Advil.
Oh, dang it. I was hoping we did.
Yeah.
We went to Chino Bandito last week.
I could maybe go there.
All right,
that's a bad
let's
choice.
go somewhere.
I'm trying to eat good.
All right, well, let's go somewhere good with a espresso martini.
Yeah, maybe that'll help with the headache, you know, the caffeine.
We'll see.
All right.
Thanks have a good week. Welcome to Jerking Around, a podcast that makes you feel better about yourself because we're a mess, just like you.
And Crystal makes fun of me the whole time.
And it's great, and it's real.